Actually, it will not be Instant JChem versus Plexus Suite. It will be Instant JChem and Plexus Suite because they live together. And I'm really happy to be able to present now because Wolfie was talking about the beating heart of ChemAxon, which is invisible. And it's invisible within the relation database. And the content of the relation database looks probably something like this. And honestly, myself, I'm a chemist. When I have seen this for the first time, it was like, OK, what is this? But when I saw Instant JChem and Plexus Connect, it just started to make me way more sense because I saw the structures, not just pieces of text. So Instant JChem and Plexus Connect, both of them are user-friendly interface to the relation database, which utilizes the beating heart of ChemAxon. I will start with the Instant JChem. It's older, way older, it's mature, and it's really a complete toolbox of anything chemist might need. It doesn't matter whether you need to manage your database or whether you just need to perform some query or export the data from the database in a secure manner. Instant JChem can do that for you. Although we are focusing more on Plexus Connect now, we still want to keep IJC strong, to keep it as a stable core for customizations and for all your environments, have it in the best shape possible. And that's as well one of the reasons why I'm really happy to have Instant JChem being released as well as the LTS versions, which were highlighted by Ákos earlier today. I have heard a question like, Instant JChem or Plexus Connect really many times because I'm the product owner of both. And the question is, what should I choose? OK, it depends on the use case. They have something common, but there are big differences. Instant JChem is desktop application, while Plexus Connect is web-based. Instant JChem is really, I used to call it Swiss Army knife, complete toolbox. Plexus Connect is just query and reporting tool. But the big advantage I see is they can coexist in the same environment. Plexus Connect is really our focus now because we can recognize that the world, the trend is to go web-based, to go cloud-based. So we have last year delivered several improvements on performance. We have delivered printing possibility from the web client. But still, it's a long way to go to be really fully web-based and to be a real part of the Plexus suite. Because Plexus Connect is just one single piece of the puzzle, one single piece of the puzzle, which is Plexus suite. Because all of the applications together should give the scientists what they really would like to have. Everything, every functionality they need in one single place. And with this, I would like to give the word to Roland. And here you go. This is.
Oh, that's for me. Thank you. Who knows what that is? Some call it magic cube in English, or Rubik's cube. And I will spend a little time talking about this little cube, if you don't mind. I'm going to pick up a couple of threads that we've heard during the day and try to convince you that ChemAxon is actually at the cutting edge of delivering solutions that are modern, scalable, and provides enabling capabilities for people doing research and drug discovery. The first thing, this little cube has about 43 pentillion states, meaning combinations of how it can be adjusted. And yet, this is currently a perfect solution, right, to this. How many of you know actually how this works? This is a blowout if a kid kind of drops this thing, so it has a couple of different types of pieces. There are some center pieces, corner pieces, edge pieces, and in the middle sits something that lets the whole thing rotate against each other. Why is this interesting? Because what we'd like to deliver to you is the solution to a problem. You'll get the cube. But for this, we have to know how the individual puzzle pieces need to fit together in order to operate that solution. So in that sense, it's getting back to the history of ChemAxon. We have been building toolkits and applications for a long while, and we're on our way moving forward to actually saying we provide you solutions that are combinations of these applications and toolkits and solve problems that are more than just the sum of the individual pieces put together. The next thing I want to talk about is user expectations. Talking about expectation. I'm talking about this cube as a solution to a problem. That might not be obvious because what you think is, well, I have a riddle in my hand, so I have to work on this cube in order to find a solution to make it look equal colored on each side. Well, technically, that's probably true. It was not intended as that in the very beginning. It was invented by a Hungarian professor who actually wanted to get a tool that helps people understand geometry better. It was a perfect solution for that problem. Topology problems and geometry problems on a very little device. Now, when you come to think of what the user expects from such tools, then we often get very nasty questions about what can it do? Or I'd like to have this a little different. Maybe it should look different, changes on the UI, what have you. Maybe it should scale a little better. Well, that's too small for my taste. Maybe this is not the very obvious use case that I'm kind of looking into, and there might be things that I want to do with it. Just let me know how I could do this, right? But going back to the original thought that I had, this is a problem. Well, there is something that actually solves this, right? There's a small robot called CubeStormer. Whatever combination this thing is in, it'll solve it with the help of a cell phone camera and a couple of robotic engines. It just puts this in under 3 seconds. The takeaway for ChemAxon at this point is that we really need to work together with our users in order to identify what is actually the right problem definition, and then think further on how to resolve this. Picking up from what we've heard earlier today in the talks from Paul Underwood from Amazon, Joe Kennedy from Tango, we'd like to get instant access to solutions that let our scientists do better science or better informed science. And we've heard implementations of compound registration in hosted environments, and people are going all the craze about this. But there's more to this. You have heard that there's a lot of integration effort coming in order to link these kind of individual point solutions with other solutions that are downstream or upstream of it. And when you think of compounds, what you actually really want to do is you want to link this to the activity data or other assay data that you collect. And then you want to make informed decisions for the next loop of refinement based on the data that you have measured before. So what we're kind of trying to build out is something that is a completely cloud-hosted environment where we start putting in compound registration, an assay module that's close to release, connect and analysis that are essentially our reporting front ends and like data visualization tools, bundle this all into a kind of cloud-based platform module that we call Synergy, and offer this as a subscription service to our users. And there is no instant JChem involved for the user anymore. This is rolling out to pilot customers as we speak, and we really hope that we're making it up for the release in early summer. By vision, we really would like to cover the whole step from the ideation to design through the data capture, research data management, and analysis and report. And that is what we call Plexus Suite. And with this, I'd like to thank you for your attention again.
It's interesting because we deliberately started it off, and it's in the agenda as Instant JChem versus Plexus Suite. And like I said, I was teasing on that because it's really, to us, it's a migration step. You're going to hear a presentation later on today about Office and what we're doing in a JChem extension in Office and how that is going from the desktop tool, which is what we're all used to in Office and Office 2016 and stuff like that, to going online. And you're seeing the same migration here with Instant JChem, which is a traditional 10-year tool that's been very, very mature, has a lot of functionality, a lot of bridges for visualization, stuff like that, moving to the cloud.